What you consume physically and mentally will affect your health. Your health affects your mood. Your mood also affects your poop. And what a lot of people don't realize is how that's all connected. I am Dr. Charmaine Vega, and I'm a nutritionist as well as a chef. And I want to share a few things with you about your gut and how you can improve your overall health by looking at your prebiotics and what you're consuming. Because remember, what you consume is going to affect your overall health. Now, we hear a lot about probiotics, but do you know what prebiotics are? Pre meaning it comes before the probiotic. So a prebiotic is something that's like the fertilizer. You know, when you have plants and you put them in the ground, before you put them in the ground, you want to make sure you have the right soil. So that's what prebiotics are. Prebiotics are the soil or the food that's needed for the probiotics to flourish and grow, because the probiotics is what's going to be eating up all of the bacteria and the things that's in your gut that's you're going to end up pooping out the stuff that you don't want. But if you don't have enough probiotics, your body is not going to work properly. But you need the prebiotics to get the probiotics to grow. The probiotics are like your plants growing. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that are actually considered your prebiotics, right? Everyday things in your kitchen that you probably didn't think of. How about looking at an onion? An onion is considered a prebiotic. Did you know that? It is. And I also have a purple. Some people will call it red. Some people will say purple. This one is a little bit sweeter than this one. And this one is a little bit more spicy, if you will. And then we also have a white onion. We also have the Vidalia onions, which are sweet. So we have a lot of different types of onions, and each of them has a different nutrient. Why? Because they're different colors, right? The colors tell us that they must have something going on in them that's a little different. But combined, different types of onions, different colors of the rainbow, which is what you always hear about, the different colors of the rainbow. Even in onions, you want to get different colors because that's going to help you. Okay. And you can, the best way to do those is to stir them up and steam them just a little bit. So when you do like a stir fry, I recommend stir frying with water. And the reason I recommend doing it with water, steaming them down with water, is because when you use oils, oil sometimes can slow down your digestion. Okay. And that's like one of the last things for your body to digest. So, and that way you're not using an oil and it's not going to be at a high heat. High heat oils, when you use oils on a high heat, what they do is they create a hydrogenated oil. That's one thing. So now we know we have onions, right? And we know a way that we can possibly cook them or prepare them or do a stir fry with them using water. And that's one of the things as a chef that I like to do is I like to use broth and waters as opposed to oils. If I use oils, I use an olive oil and I'll drizzle that on my food after I've prepared my food so that it's not going to water down, so to speak, the nutritional value that the olive oil actually has. But that's something that I do all the way at the end after I've done it. Another little trick I can tell you is something like black pepper. Black pepper should be added to your food after you've actually cooked your food. You add it after because it's the same thing. You want the nutrients and stuff to be most potent, and that's when they would be. Another prebiotic that I can tell you about is garlic. Garlic is a prebiotic. Some of these things that I'm going to tell you, they can also be considered a probiotic as well. But for the purpose of what we're doing here, I'm calling this your prebiotic. So this is a prebiotic, and this is not quite a whole clove, because what I did is or a whole bulb, I should say, is not a clove. A clove is the one little thing. The bulb is the whole big thing. And this is not a full one. But I want to show you a little tool that I use. A lot of people will use a garlic press. You take the skin off. You have to take the skin off first, and then you press it in, and then the garlic comes out the other end, right? Well, I have a cute little gadget that's here. And this is a tube. And I got this on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. And I have other tools that I can show you, and that's on amazon.com/shop/Mama Vega Foods. And I have a lot of different tools and things on there. But this is one that you do, and this is the first part of this little gadget. You take the clove and you put it inside, right? You're going to put it inside. And then you take this and you put it on a hard surface and you roll it back and forth like this. When you roll it back and forth, what happens is the skin comes off. The skin comes off. You don't have to try to peel it. And now what you have left is you have the garlic left. And instead of the garlic press, where you would still end up losing a lot of the nutrients, this comes with a plate. And this plate has teeth in it. I don't know if you can see those teeth, but if you look closely, you see all these teeth that go around there. Those teeth is what helps this to actually grind. And look, I take this and I do it like this, right? And I'm going to show you what happens. And this is very potent when you do it like this. Okay? And it creates a paste. See, you have this little piece that's here, and that would be what's lost. But look at the plate. You see that? This now is very potent. That's very potent. And then it has a little brush. And what you do with this brush is you take the brush and you brush it all to one little thing. And this is very potent. So you end up using less garlic because it's so strong. And it ends up being, believe it or not, way stronger than this, because this, you just pushed it out. And the way this one works, you push it out, and then whatever gets clogged in, you push it back the other way, and then that'll get everything out. But the thing is that this, you still leave a lot because it's just pushing it through. When you do the circular motion, what that's doing is making the oils come out as well. So you're kind of like pulling the oils out at the same time, and that is going to be very good for you. That is an excellent prebiotic. Onions, prebiotic. Another thing that you can have is you see it in the picture. What do you see in the picture that might be a prebiotic? Can you guess? Can you guess? The asparagus. Asparagus is also a prebiotic. And what that is that's giving you the food for your probiotics to eat. Why do you need those? Again, let me repeat it again. The reason you need that is because it's going to give you the nutrients that the probiotics need in order for them to grow more. But in addition to that, one of the things I like to ask people to do is to make sure you're still drinking water. You want to drink a lot of water, and you want to make sure that it's going into your system, because when you drink water and you have a broth or something to go with this, what that does is it makes it go into your bloodstream, goes into your system, and therefore it's going to go throughout your body. If you want to do something that's very good as like a detox, you can take the garlic, a little bit of onion, a little bit of ginger, and a little bit of lemon, and make a broth out of that, and then drink that down. That's also very good as a prebiotic. And that way you can use it even if you wanted to use that and make it as a base for making a soup. So you can do that to make a base for your soup. In your soup, though, another little trick, if you're ever going to add lemon, you're going to wait until it cools down a lot, and then you add your lemon to it so that it doesn't actually kill the vitamin C that you have, because heat destroys vitamin C. That's another little trick that people don't tell you. They say, oh, add lemon to your hot tea. Well, you're actually killing the vitamin C, but that can also help as a prebiotic to get things through your system. You can also add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Instead of the lemon, you can add apple cider vinegar, and that will help as a prebiotic. So you have all these things that are right in your kitchen that you can use that's going to help you digest your food, get your food and your enzymes and everything stirred up so that they can multiply, right? When you get more, what's going to happen is they multiply in your whole system, and now they gobble up. They gobble up all the bad stuff, the probiotics. And we're going to talk about those as well. But in the meantime, you've made an excellent and an amazing choice to be here today to listen to just a few little tips that I have for you. And I really appreciate that. If you want to find me, you can find me on mamavega.com, or you can try to connect with me by saying, I want to talk to you some more. And that would be at health, health.me/, health.me/chew on this. And then I also tell people I do have a book that's called Now Chew on This. And I get you to actually record in the book what's going on in your system. And the reason I have you to do that is because what you can do is it's in one document and you can see what's actually going on, because now you've done a chronology of it, and you see, this is when I drank water, this is when I pooped, this is when I ate, this is how it made me feel. And if something goes awry, you know exactly what it was, when it happened. And if you have to perhaps go to the doctor, you'll be able to give the doctor more information, because it's an absolute document. You have it. It's right here, documented for you. You can find this on Amazon, and it's called Now Chew on This. And I showed you what the book looked like. But again, if you'd like to connect with me, by all means do that. Or if it's easier for you to connect with me, you can call me at 661-532-8342. And I want to thank you for your time. And again, thank you for listening and watching what I had to say. Thanks again.